Okay, welcome to another US Grit baseball game where we are at the Arizona Spring Training Tournament here at Cactus Yards USSSA Majors Tournament, getting ready to face off against 2-1-12 athletes. Here we go, US Grit, let's go. Mason Herrera pitching the first game here of pool play, and his first pitch is off the plate for ball one. Thank you again for tuning in to US Grit Baseball. I want to remind you, if you do see anything you like in this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and share our videos. It really helps us out. And here we go for the second pitch of the game, and Mason misses up and away for ball two. Here comes the 1-2, swung on and hit on the ground, and now it's going to get through the infield for a single, picked up, thrown to first, but late. So that young man starts the game off with a single. Nice hit number 3. Here we go. All right, Mason comes set, runner on first base. Runner goes, and the throw is just a little bit late. Runner beats it, so number 3 steals second base. All right, here we go with an 0-2 delivery, I believe. Swung on and hit, and Eden picks it up, throws it, and that runner is going to have to hold at 3. So we've got runners at the corners now with no outs. No outs, first pitch. That's going to miss up and away, and they let the runner take second base, so second and third now, no outs. All right, here is the 1-0. Swung on and popped in the air. Levi underneath it, and he does make the catch, so that is going to be the first out. Runner's going to have to hold. Good job, Mason. Good job, Levi. Here we go. 3-1. And that ball's up. Ball 4. 1-2 delivery. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Mason gets out number 2 with the bases loaded here, trying to hold this to 0 runs. Let's go. New batter here. 2 outs, bases loaded. First pitch. Right on the outside corner, strike 1. And the 2-2 delivery. Swung on and popped up in the air. Underneath it is Gavin, and he makes the catch. And Mason gets the bases loaded there on him, but gets out of it with no runs. Great work. Let's go, Grit. All right, Gavin's stepping in to lead off the game for Grit. And the first pitch is, I think, called strike. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and hit. Chopper back to the pitcher, gloves it, and he airmails first base. Gavin going 2, and he's going to be in there. So a little chopper back to the pitcher, ends up Gavin on second base. Here we go. Mason Doyle stepping in now. Here's the first pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 1. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Called strike 3 on the outside, 1 down. Eden stepping in now with 1 down. Gavin still on second base. First pitch, down in the dirt, gets by, Gavin goes, and he's going to be safe into third base there. So Gavin on third now, Eden in a 1-0 count. Here comes the full count pitch. Called strike 3. I don't think there's any way Eden can reach that. Tough pitch, kid. 2 down. Saya stepping in now with 2 outs. First pitch, down in the dirt. And is Gavin going? No, he holds. All right, here comes the 1-0. Down in the dirt, ball 2. Gavin going this time, and he's safe. So that is going to be the first run of the game. Grit goes up 1-0. Good job, Gavin. And the 3-0. Down in the dirt, Josiah does work a walk. You've got another base runner, but 2 down. All right, Eden in running for Saya now, who is catching, and Clayton stepping in for his first pitch, and it is right there, strike 1. Here's the 1-1 to Clayton. That's up and away, I believe. Eden takes second base. Close play, but he's in there. Here's the 3-1. Down in the dirt, ball 4. Okay, here we go. Mason Herrera stepping in. First and second now, 2 outs, and he sees strike 1 on the first pitch. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Ball 4. And everybody was going with, which is what you should do with 2 outs and bases first and second there. Sorry about that. But it was ball 4, so the bases are now loaded and they've got a timeout. Levi stepping in with a big chance here. New pitcher, bases loaded, 2 outs. First pitch is in there, strike 1. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and hit in the air. And, oh, I'm sorry, it did get down. I thought it was in the air, so that scores 2, and we've got runners at the corners. Big hit from Levi. Way to go, kid. Two down now, runners at the corners. Rocco stepping in now. First pitch is called strike one on the outside corner. Levi takes second base. Here comes a 1-2 pitch again. Called strike three on the outside corner. All right, top of the second now, grid up 3-0. First pitch from Herrera is low, ball one. Here comes the 3-0. Low, ball four. So Mason issues a walk on 4 pitches to start off the second. Runner on first pitch off the plate, ball one, and runner holds at first. And here comes the 3-2. Called strike three. Runner does take second base, that's one out. The 3-2 again. Down and away, ball four. So that's first and second now, one out. New batter now, first pitch. Swung on and missed, strike one. There's the 1-2. Swung on and missed, strike three. But runner does take third base. So we got two down, second and third now. Good job, Herrera. Okay, here we go. New batter, first pitch. Down in the dirt, ball one. Here comes the 2-0. Swung on and hit in the air. And going back is, and Jax comes in and gets it for out number 3. And Mason Herrera, despite some adversity, puts up another 0. Good job, let's go. All right, Austin stepping in to lead off the bottom of the second. First pitch is called strike one on the outside corner. How did I know? Well, he's called it there all day. And here comes the 0-1. And that one is hit on the ground off the end of the bat to the first baseman, who does gobble it up and step on first base for out number 1. Good job, 17, one down. All right, Jack stepping in now. He did hurt his wrist, and he sees strike one. I guess he hurt his wrist playing basketball yesterday, so we'll see what he can do with the bat. Jack stepping back in with a 1-2 count here. And the pitch, swung on and missed, strike 3. A little timing disruption there. It's like he quick pitched from the windup. 2 down. Gavin stepping back in. Got us started last inning with a little ground ball that should have been an out, but he ended up on second base. First pitch is low, ball 1. Here comes the 1-0, and he hits that one on the ground. Gobbled up by the shortstop, thrown over to first base for out number 3 of the inning. So 2-1-2 athlete goes 1-2-3, and we're going to the third. Let's go. All right, Eden now into pitch for Grit. Top of the third, Grit up 3-0. First pitch, called strike 1. There we go. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Ball 4 inside. All right, runner on first, no outs. First pitch from Eden is up, ball 1. Here comes the 1-1 in the dirt, offside of shin guard. So runner is going to second, and he's going to be there safely. Here's the 1-1, and that is poked over to second base on the ground, gobbled up, and thrown to first. Now runner does advance to third base, but that is 1 out. Good job. Eden pitching now from the windup with the runner on third base. First pitch is pulled off the plate, off Asaya, runner going, and Eden was late to cover, so that's going to be the first run for 2-1-2 athlete. 3-1. Let's go Grit. Here comes the payoff pitch from Eden. Swung on and hit and caught by Mason Doyle at second base. Nice catch there, kid. 2 down. All right, here we go. 2 down, nobody on. First pitch of this at bat is swung on and hit to third base, where it is caught in the air by Clayton. Good job, Clayton. That's going to be 3 outs. Let's go Grit. Let's go score some runs. Mason Doyle leading off the bottom of the third for Grit. First pitch is swung on and hit well, and that gets over the second baseman's head, thrown over to first, and Mason Doyle's going to beat it, and it gets away and out of play. So Mason Doyle is going to be into second base there on that base hit. Ooh, going to third, because he was already going to second on that ball thrown away into the dugout. Here we go. Eden stepping in now, trying to help himself out. First pitch, he hits that one well into the air, and it's going to fall. And Mason Doyle, who was tagging just in case, is going to score. So that makes it 4-1. Grit. Good job, Eden. All right, Gavin now running for Eden. And he is going. And he's going to be out there at second base. And he's going to get a little finger wag from the shortstop. I don't love that, but here we go. Here comes the 1-2. And that's hit well over the second baseman's head, and that is going to fall into the grass. So Saya's going to have himself a little base hit. Good job, Saya. Gavin running again now for Saya, who's catching, and Clayton stepping in. First pitch. Gavin doesn't go. That's ball one. Here comes, nope, there's a pick. And Gavin back, and they throw the ball away, and Gavin is going to get to second base. And he's going 3. And he's going to be there safely. So failed pickoff attempt now puts Gavin on third base. Let's go. Clayton stepping back in now. 3-2 count. Gavin on third base now. Swing and a miss on the curveball. Strike 3. So that's 2 down. Okay, Mason Herrera stepping in. Sugar Rush. Gavin on third base. And the pitch is down and away. Ball 1. And here is the 1-0. Swung on, hit in the air. Second baseman underneath it, and he does make the catch. So that is 3 down. Grit does scratch another 4-1. Grit going into the 4th. Eden here to pitch the top of the 4th. Grit up 4-1 right now. First pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 1. Nice pitch, Eden. The 3-2. Swung on and poked. And that's going to be down into the outfield. They are running to the fence to pick it up. Runner going third. They're looking to go 4. And he is in there safely. The fences are deep here. So that one finds a hole, and that runner moves up 240 feet for a home run. All right, new batter, first pitch. Ball 1, just up. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swung on, hit on the ground. Charged by Herrera, thrown over to first, and that is going to be an out. So good job, Herrera. Way to go. New batter now, 1 down. Nobody on, first pitch. Swung on and hit in the air, but foul, out of play. Strike 3, 2 down. Let's go, Eden. Okay, 2 down now. First pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 1. Good pitch. And the payoff pitch coming from Eden here. Called. Strike 3. And Eden gets out of it. So he gives up a gapper that rolls all the way out to the deep fence for a home run to the first batter. And then goes 1, 2, 3 and gets out of it. Grit up 4-2. All right, here we go. Bottom of the 4th, new pitcher in for 2-2, and Levi sees strike 1 on the first pitch. Here comes the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Levi goes down on strikes, 1 out. Rocco stepping in now. Pitcher working fast. Strike 1. Here's the 0-2 again, and there's the curveball for strike 3. I just said it was coming, and it was, and Rocco was fooled. 2 down. Austin stepping in now, first pitch. Swung on and hit on the ground, and second baseman does field it and throws to first for the 3rd out of the inning. So Grit 1, 2, 3 again, and they need some outs of their own going to the 5th. All right, Eden stepping in now, top of the 5th. Grit up by 2, first pitch. Swung on, hit in the air, and caught by Gavin. What a play. Way to go, Gavo. 1 down. Nice job. New batter, 1 down, first pitch. No call, ball 1. Here comes the 3-2 payoff pitch. Low, I guess, ball 4. So that's a walk. Runner on first. All right, new batter, runner on first. First pitch, strike 1. Good pitch. Here comes the 0-1. Swung on, hit on the ground. Fielded by 3rd, thrown to 2nd. Got the out there, but they were unable to roll it. But gets the lead runner, 2 down. Good play there. Clayton, nice job. Okay, Eden back into pitch, 2 outs, runner on first. And he slide steps, and ball 1. Here comes the 1-0 pitch from Eden. In there, strike 1. Runner goes, and he's going to be safe. Beats the throw there. Here comes the 1-1 from Eden. Swung on, hit on the ground. Fielded by Saya. Thrown to first, and that's going to be 3 outs. So Eden puts up another 0. And that is going to be the ball game. So we are out of time here. Grit does win the first game of pool play here. They have 2 more pool play games before bracket play starts, but they start 1-0. Good job. Thank you so much for watching our videos. Please like, subscribe, comment, share our videos. Help us push to 500 subscribers. And we'll see you guys next time. Peace.